Good afternoon. Great news, I've just been promoted. I've had the owl. I am now officially head of sexual education at Hogwarts. I used to do the invisibility class. It was always so disappointing to see so many students there. Professor Snape said to me, a bisexual wizard. How does that work? I told him I've got two spells. They can both go either way. He said to me, are you 50-50, Prospero? I said, no, I'm more sort of 60-70-40. That really confused him, but why should it add up to 100? Turns out wizarding folk are no better than muggles when it comes to picturing sexuality. Let me show you the visual aid. Here we go. Now, when I showed this to Dumbledore, he said, no, there's something I recognize from the bedroom. And there was an awkward pause. It's pajama cord, isn't it? But here's how people picture sexuality. Gay at one end, and straight at the other. And then there I am, balancing in the middle, like the fulcrum on a sexual seesaw. That was a Thursday, wasn't it, sir? I thought I recognized you from the leaky cauldron. But that's not really a useful way to think about it, because let's say that this represents all the women I have ever slept with so far. Then this then this represents all the men. Ah, they say to me, Prospero, clearly you're more gay than you are straight. And I say, no, I'm bisexual, because this doesn't give you the whole picture. Because many of these women were in long-term relationships. Some of them with me. And those lasted years, months, weeks. Whereas the men were in much shorter term relationships, lasting days, hours, minutes. And I don't know about you, as they get on older, they get shorter all the time. I don't know about you, sir, but my knees aren't what they were. So in terms of the number of individual times I've slept with a person, this would be the number of times it was a woman, this is the number of times it was a man. Ah, they say to me, Prospero, clearly you're more straight than you are gay. I say, no, I'm bisexual. And this doesn't give you the whole picture because, not to scale, there's been some people who don't fit into those boxes. People like me, people who are genderqueer, non-binary people, mentors. You know about mentors, don't you? No? Well, men have 2 legs, and centaurs have 4 legs, so mentors. The traditional ones nail a horseshoe to it. So, looking at it a different way, rather than being attracted to people who are men or women or whatever, what if what I'm personally attracted to is something entirely separate? What if I'm attracted to a firm wand grip, a cheeky smile, and latex? Now, Oh, hang on. If you were to take all of my partners and lay them end to end, well, I've done that myself, haven't I? When you think about it. So it must be possible. Hell of a way to waste an afternoon, waste a weekend, though. You'd see there was more ways you could divide people up into groups than by gender. There's location, London, Edinburgh, top of the stairs. Or interest, football, opera, pegging. In fact, there's no end of ways you can do it. And if you look at your partners like a whole, there's someone looking at their partners as a whole right now, you'd see that however you cut it, what brings them together isn't that they're all tall, or they're all short, or they're all fat, or they're all thin, or they're all cello players, or none of them are Tories. You'd see that what brings them together is something more unifying. It's you. So maybe there's as many sexualities as there are people. But if you ask me how I'm doing, well, then here is my reply.
Intellectual to get that I'm bisexual.
Have a great rest of your Pride. If you want to see more by Cabaret, come to Cabaret. Oh, clever name. And that's at the Stockwell Arms in Cavendish next Sunday. Thank you.